Speak to Khalil Jahshan in Washington, D.C. now. He's the executive director of the Arab Center in Washington. Okay, welcome. Great to have you. Tell us about how the situation in Afghanistan now makes for the perfect opportunity for Bennett to pressure Biden. Does he have more leverage given the threats that exist out there?
I doubt it that that would give him more leverage. Actually, it's a mixed blessing in the sense that it's also a curse. It imposes its own shadow on the visit. I don't think Israel is going to get, or Bennett is going to get the full benefit, as we have seen in past summits between Israeli and U.S. Leaders. However, the fact that the president is preoccupied with Afghanistan and somewhat in a defensive mode with regards to the criticism he faces might, in a way, open some little leeway for the Israeli leader to try to impress upon him to ignore some of the concerns that we know President Biden has with regards to Israeli policies under Bennett.
And we've seen the evolving relationship between the U.S. and Israel, from Benjamin Netanyahu, this oversized personality, schooling President Obama on history, lecturing before the U.S. Congress, and then becoming, best buddies with Donald Trump. Now we don't really know what the Biden relationship is going to be. There are two new leaders here. I think it's been surprising, though, to not see the Biden administration put more pressure, or you could say any pressure at all, on Israel on the issue of settlements in occupied territories.
That is true, but frankly, the fact that both administrations or both governments are relatively new in office, they continue to enjoy some form of at least an operational honeymoon. They are discussing the issues that separate them thus far constructively, in the sense that they have been able to convey, each side has been able to convey its views to the other with agreements and disagreements alike. The Israelis have responded positively to few symbolic items with regards to easing the difficulties of daily life imposed on the Palestinians. So thus far, we haven't reached a crescendo, haven't reached a critical point in that interaction. This visit could take the relationship into phase two. After all, both administrations, in spite of distractions at home, here and in Israel, are going to basically have to take the relationship into a higher, if you will, phase of interaction. And that's where the differences might begin to pop their heads.
And there are some other issues on the table, too, besides the obvious ones of Iran and Palestine. One of them being China's enormous investments that it has been making in Israel, tens of billions of dollars over many years. How does that change things?
I think it's definitely on the agenda in a significant way. The U.S. has not hidden its displeasure with Israeli improved relations with China, particularly the nature, the content, if you will, and the volume of trade with China. The fact that it is focused on high tech and it's focused on defense related issues and cybersecurity. The administration has been very nervous, and I think this administration has shown probably more concern about this than the previous administration, the Trump administration. So it is high on the agenda of the summit tomorrow, the meeting between the two leaders, and the U.S. Will try to pressure Bennett, particularly because he comes from that business community that has benefited and encouraged relations with China, to basically roll back or slow down that relationship, considering the deteriorated state of affairs between Washington and Beijing.
Good points. All right, Khalil, thanks for joining us.